Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So today we are going to make some refrigerator pickles. Looks like a very simple recipe. I've never done this before. This is out of the all new Ball Book of Canning. And it is, let's see, page 243. And it says it's 4 easy steps. Let's see if it is. So we're gonna make spicy dill. And we are going to use pickling cucumbers. I was gifted all these cucumbers, so we're going to use those up. And it says 2 teaspoons of pickling spice, 4 dill sprigs, 2 cloves of garlic crushed, and a jalapeno pepper minced, and white vinegar. I'm not going to include the jalapeno pepper, I don't think. I'm sure you can use any type of pepper because this is a refrigerator recipe. This is not a preserved or canning recipe where you have to follow the recipe exactly. So this is not going in a water bath canner or a pressure canner. It's just going in your fridge. You can alter or leave out what you don't want or add what you want to. If you want a specific spice in there, you can add it. So the first thing we need to do is I have already washed all of my cucumbers. So we are going to chop those up. And I want to do lengthwise. So we're going to do that way. Cut off our ends. And slice them all up. Oh, these look very nice. I love the smell of fresh cucumbers. They smell so good. So next what we're going to do is we're going to make the master brine. Whoops, I wasn't paying attention. I made that one too skinny. That's okay. And for the master brine, you need pickling salt, you need sugar, you need pickling spice, you need vinegar, and you need water. And we're going to put all that together and we're going to make the brine. So let me finish cutting up these pickles. And I decided I am going to do the jalapeno. I had one in the freezer, so I'm gonna let that sit here and defrost while I'm doing everything else. So now what we need is we need 2 cups of vinegar. And you wanna make sure it's the 5% acidity. I better make sure this is. Yes, 5% acidity. And we need 2 cups. If you have a stainless steel pan, it would be much better to use that. All right, to our vinegar, we are adding 1 cup of water. And we are adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. That is a lot of sugar. 2 tablespoons. Okay, and we need 1 tablespoon of the salt pickling and preserving. and it's called canning and pickling salt. And how much do I need? 1 tablespoon. Then we're going to add our seasonings. And our seasonings are going to be 2 teaspoons of pickling spice. 4 dill. Are we supposed to put the dill sprigs in before we boil? 2 garlic cloves crushed. Oop, that's a bad garlic. This is garlic from last year's garden, so it's starting to get a little old. And mince that up good. Oh, I love the smell of garlic, don't you? It smells so good. That one's a little old. Let's get a different one. Okay, we are minced up, and you're going to put that in there. Okay, and we need our 1 jalapeno pepper. It's still a little frozen, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It will come right out. Yep, I'm just going to dice that up. I'm not sure how hot this jalapeno pepper is, so I'm going to leave the seeds in it. That way there's a little bit of heat. All right, put that in. Now I need the 4 dill sprigs. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, there it is. Okay, now we are going to turn this on and let this come to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, we'll turn it down and simmer it for 3 minutes. Okay, it is just about come to a boil. Then I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to start to fill my jars. And as long as it's long enough, I'll use the short jars. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this turns out. I hope this comes out really good, because then we can continue to make our own pickles, right? I am going to add a sprig of dill. I don't think you can have too much dill, right? I'm going to put, okay, we are at a boil. I'm going to turn it down. Okay, I've set my timer for 3 minutes. Put some dill in there. Oh, look, it smells so good. This is a very simple recipe. This is nice. Oh, that one's a little too big. I need shorter ones here for this one. Those are all going to have to go into the quart jars. No, that looks like it. I don't want to have to cut them in half. Okay. Let's see this. So I'm not really packing them tight in there. I want them to have some room. Oops, careful. Very nice. This next one, I am going to cut them in half so I can do a short jar because I don't have enough to make a quart. So we'll just do this. There we go. I think our 3 minutes is almost up. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, our timer just went off for 3 minutes. Now we're going to fill our jars. And what we're going to do is let the jars sit on the counter till they cool for a bit. And then, let's see what it says. Oh, this says tightly pack the vegetables. Okay. And we want to add enough liquid to cover the vegetables. Let it stand for an hour at room temperature and then store in the refrigerator for 1 month. For the best flavor, up to 3 months, and just leave them in your fridge. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that I've tightly packed. Yeah, I think we're okay. Now you do have to be careful because you are putting a hot liquid into not a hot jar. So what I should have done was I should have heated up the jars, just warmed them up a little bit because you risk breaking the jar, unfortunately. All right, we're filling it to cover them. That's completely covered. they're hot to the touch. Of course they are. Are you ready to see? Look at that. That looks beautiful. So I'm gonna fill all my jars, and then we'll put lids on, or we'll let them sit for an hour, and then we'll put lids on and we'll be back. Okay, so that brine mixture only did 2.5 pints. So I should have doubled the recipe at the beginning because I have 2.5 pints to fill. So I'm gonna have to make a double batch or make an extra batch. Right, there we go. You can reuse your lids for this because this is just going in the refrigerator. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jars of pickles. Now, they're just gonna sit in the fridge. I'm gonna get some tape and I'm gonna date them, and they'll sit in the fridge, and we'll try in a month, see how they taste. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope you make your own pickles.